Is his mandate, for sure.
Oh, good afternoon and thank you for joining us for Krem2 News First at 4. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Tom is off today.
And I'm Whitney Ward. So you heard it there from Nick Rolovich himself. The unvaccinated WSU head coach says he does intend to follow Governor Inslee's vaccine mandate for higher ed employees.
His answer may have spawned more questions, though, for WSU football's man in charge. Sports director Brenna Green made the trip to Pullman today.
Rolovich was short and terse today when answering questions about Governor Inslee's vaccine mandate for higher ed employees. He did say he was going to follow Inslee's mandate, but he never explicitly said that he was going to get the vaccine.
Are you going to wait until the FDA approves the vaccine to get it, or are you planning on getting it soon?
I'm just going to follow his mandate, Brenna.
But what exactly does that mean? If Rolovich is trying to get a medical or religious exemption, it could prove difficult, as the state has said they will only be taking legit claims and will definitely look closely into an exemption for their highest paid employee. It is widely believed that Rolovich's reasons for not getting the vaccine are of the personal variety, not medical or religious. We did ask WSU today if they could clarify what following the mandate would look like for Rolovich, and were told that they could not clarify any further than what he said. This mandate won't just affect Rolo either, as there does appear to be other coaches on his staff who are unvaccinated as well.
Have you talked to any of your other staff members about what their plans are that are unvaccinated right now?
I believe they all plan on following the mandate.
Obviously, this is also the talk of campus today. We spoke to several students who supported personal choice instead of the mandate, but also thought that Rolovich should get the vaccine.
I can't blame him for not wanting to get it, but for sure, if he wants to keep his job, something like that, he should definitely get it. I'd get it if I was him. See no problem with the vaccine for sure.
He's going to a lot of football games, and he's going into a lot of uncharted territories where we don't know who's vaccinated. I think because he's traveling so much, I think it's in his best interest and in everybody else's best interest to be vaccinated.
And so we wait to see what, if anything, happens next, as a resigned Rolo now must figure out what his next steps are.
It's what the deal is.
Obviously not a super thrilled Rolovich in those comments, but he does not have a lot of options right now. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Brenna Green, Krem2 Sports.
All right, let's recap what you need to know about the new vaccine rules and mask mandates. Starting Monday, there will be a statewide indoor mask mandate no matter your vaccination status. Washington educators K through 12 will be required as a condition of employment to be fully vaccinated come October 18th. Those working in higher education, childcare, and early learning will also be required to be fully vaccinated also by October 18th. These updates and new requirements come as the Delta variant sweeping the nation, and COVID numbers and hospitalizations are also on the rise.
And speaking of, top doctors at Providence speaking out today, saying COVID is stretching our local healthcare system to its limit. They say this strain is even worse now than it was at the previous peak last winter. Just a few days ago, Kootenai Health said it is nearing capacity. Today, Providence said it can usually make more beds available, but the problem is having the staff to take care of the actual patient. We've already broken the previous record here locally for COVID patients in the hospital, and now we are also seeing more children with COVID who need hospitalization.
How concerned are you about the start of school here in the next few weeks, and then of course the cold weather months shortly behind that? What are we learning from other states that have kind of been ahead of us with this spike?
So that's a great question. In the last surge, as a children's hospital, our role was really to figure out how we could support our adult colleagues. That's not going to be as true this year. And we look at Florida, and we look at Texas, we look at Georgia. We're seeing huge admissions there where their children's hospitals are at peak. They have no more space. We have not seen that surge yet here, though we are actively preparing for that, both locally and statewide.
Now, coming up tonight at 5, I also talked with the CEO of Providence, and he says people in Spokane need to understand our healthcare system is reaching capacity. And if it gets worse, some patients simply may not be able to get the care they need. That's coming up tonight on Krem2 News at 5.
The Spokane Regional Health District, meantime, continuing to report a staggering number of COVID hospitalizations in Spokane County. 164 people are currently hospitalized with the virus, and the number of new COVID cases, that's also increasing as well. 216 cases reported today alone. 2 new deaths were also reported today. Governor Jay Inslee said 95% of people hospitalized in Washington with COVID are not vaccinated.
So we know this is a lot of information. It changes by the day, sometimes by the hour. So we've made it easy for you. You can always check Krem.com or just text the word COVID to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link with the latest information right to your phone.
All right, let's switch gears for a moment to talk weather once again with meteorologist Thomas Patrick, because another cooler day out there. But Thomas, my goodness, I'm thankful the skies have remained clear. The wildfire smoke, at least for the last couple of days, has remained at bay.
Yeah, this has been a much better look to the atmosphere both yesterday and once again for today. Extremely pleasant outside. Had a mix of clouds and sunshine pretty much throughout the day today. We're kind of reporting mostly cloudy conditions at the moment, but temperature is near 80 degrees, a little bit warmer than what it was yesterday, but our air quality still remains in the good category. As for any rain chances, there will be a small chance for some showers across northeastern Washington, far north Idaho for tonight. This is pretty minor stuff. Looks like it just barely rained through Kettle Falls and Colville within the last 30 to 60 minutes or so. Anything that we see tonight is very minor. We have another larger weather system that'll be moving through a bit closer towards the weekend. Temperatures for tomorrow will be about where they're at right now, so mid-upper 70s or so. Honestly, another very nice day during the day on Friday, but the rain chances start to roll in Friday evening and into Saturday. There are actually a bunch of flash flood watches issued for the area mountains, both in North Idaho and northern Washington, for that burn scar flooding potential. So coming up, going to detail how much rain is realistically in the forecast and how much thunderstorm activity we might be able to see in this next batch of rainfall that is heading our way for Friday nights.
All right, Thomas, thank you very much. And in more of today's top stories, the Spokane Police Department is now investigating the Browns Addition apartment fire as an act of arson. The fire killed 2 people and burned 2 apartment buildings near Coeur d'Alene Park. That was on Monday. Tiffany Manor and the White Historic building next door are both heavily damaged. According to court documents, it's still unclear if the cause of the fire was accidental or intentional. Detectives, though, filed search warrants today to look for any possible ignition sources on the properties. And according to recently filed search warrants at Spokane County Court, due to the dangerous conditions, it is possible there are additional deceased victims in the buildings. Investigators say since access there has been limited, SPD officers will have to use a drone and 3-dimensional scanners to search the area. That's because the fire department determined it would be the safest course of action. At this time, no charges have been filed, yet no arrests have been made.
A former Spokane police officer accused of rape appeared in court today. Nathan Nash is accused of raping 2 women, once in 2019 and again in 2021. Earlier this month, Nash pleaded not guilty to the charges. Now the 2 rape cases against the former officer will be consolidated into one trial following a Spokane County judge's ruling. Judge Tony Hazel said he went back and forth on his decision to join the 2 cases, which is why he thoroughly reviewed all the materials presented for this motion.
Thought about this case very carefully. It's important. We have the presumption of innocence in our system. It's incredibly important that anyone charged with crimes receives a fair trial, and this court is committed to that principle.
Since both cases will be under one trial, the attorneys requested more time to prepare. The judge agreed to set the new trial date for January 11th of next year. Well, back to school right around the corner. Hard to believe. Coming up, how you can help kids get ready to head back to the classroom. We're back after a quick break.